Oh man, I'm finally off the plane. What a long flight. But at least I'm finally on my way to the hotel for my business trip.
Well, it sounds to me like you've had quite the busy day today. And to think that you got stuck in that airport for hours because of that last-minute delay.
Yeah, I really didn't see that one coming. And man, did it take forever to finally get that plane sorted again. There were people starting to get really pissed at the people by the check-in desk. And a bunch of crying kids and stuff too. It was a real mess. I'm just glad that I survived a day like today. Wouldn't you say, Hanny?
Hanny? Where did that come from?
What do you think? It's a nickname that I came up with for you while I was up in the air. I think it's pretty good if you ask me. The truth is that I just had way too much time on my hands. The Wi-Fi wasn't even working on the flight.
I see. Well, I guess I am happy that what you do in your free time is think of names for me.
Oh, well, I'm just so glad that you don't mind me calling you that then, Hanny. But just know that I'm the only one who should be allowed to call you that. And you better not let any other men call you something similar, got it?
Well, of course. What other men would I even know who would want to call me something like that?
I'm just saying that you're on mine, you know that? You're my Hanny. Just know that even when I was locked in that hunk of metal flying across the sky, that I was still just thinking about you the whole time. I really do wish I could have brought you along on this trip with me. I've been thinking a lot about how long it's been since you and I were last able to go on a fun trip together.
Oh, John. Stop it. Have you really been thinking of me that much? You're going to make me blush, you know.
Well, we just need to wait a little bit longer, and then I'm finally going to divorce that lousy wife of mine. And then you and I can finally be together as man and wife.
Hold on a second. You're going to divorce your wife?
Of course I am. You didn't think that her and I were going to stay together forever, right? Besides, I really am getting sick of having to deal with that old hag. You're the only one that I want to spend my life with now, Hanny.
Well, while I really appreciate your feelings, I'm not sure that we should be talking about your wife like this.
Oh, come on. Do you mean that you're really going to pity her more than you do me? Sure, she was pretty once, but now she's just a washed-up old hag. It's like she tricked me into marrying her, and the second we were wed, she started to let herself go. I thought that she was going to be pretty forever. But at least now with someone as pretty as you.
Oh, stop it. You don't need to say those things about me.
But I mean it. I think that you're just so gorgeous, and I feel so happy that you and I ended up together. It really is true. In fact, I want you to know that one of the reasons why I'm working so hard is so that I can marry you one day. In fact, our 3rd anniversary with my wife is coming up, and I was thinking, that's the day that I want to leave her and marry you. Anyways, I'm about to reach my hotel now, so I'll have to get all my things and start checking in. But anyways, I just wanted to let you know how much I miss you.
Hey, Hannah, are you there? I'm really sorry to message you suddenly like this, but do you have a moment to chat?
Oh, hey there, Fiona. I'm actually just a little bit busy right now. But when I finish with what I'm doing here, I'll be glad to talk to you.
Oh, really? I didn't realize that you were busy. I guess that it must be the busy season for your office then, right?
No, it's not a work thing that I'm busy with, actually. I just have a lot that I need to think about.
You have things you need to think about. This wouldn't happen to be about my son's affair, would it?
Wait, what? I don't get it. How did you find out about this?
Ah, I knew it. And let me guess. You've been getting some kind of strange texts from my son as well. Is that right? He's probably said something about some kind of strange nickname. Isn't that right?
Hold on a second. You mean that you even know the name of the woman he's seeing? I don't understand. How did you figure all of this out?
Well, the truth of the matter is that I had a little something done to John's phone not that long ago.
You had something done to his phone? But what does that mean?
Well, you know how John left for his business trip today, don't you? He actually stopped by my house just a little bit before going to the airport.
Oh, yes. I think he mentioned something about going to see you before his flight was supposed to leave.
And anyways, that son of mine still has a bunch of things at my house. Now I know that there's many reasons for why that is. But anyways, while he was messing around with some of his boxes, I happened to see a strange text come to his from a girl named Hannah. And I just knew when I saw that text that I was looking at something that he didn't want me to see. And anyways, I just know that he's seeing another woman.
I don't believe it. Please tell me that this isn't true.
I'm afraid it is. Although I was so upset that while I was on John's phone, I blocked this Hannah girl's number.
Hold on a second. You did what?
Oh, that's not all I did. I also took photos of the text that I had proof of what he was doing. Just think of how let down I was when I realized what John was doing. I agree that I got quite mad, but it's true. I went on his phone and I blocked this Hannah woman's number.
I see. Well, I didn't want to say anything without proof, but things have been pretty strained for John and I.
But then I had another idea. Instead of having this other woman's number be blocked, I switched out her number with yours instead.
Hold on a second. You did what now? Are you kidding me?
No, it's no lie. I made it so that when he thought he was texting this other woman of his, he would actually be texting you instead. I made it so that he'd never notice what he was doing at all.
Oh, I see. That explains those weird texts that he was sending to me earlier then. Fiona, I have to say, I think that you've really outdone yourself.
Well, like I said, I saw those messages coming in on his phone and I just kinda saw red. I'm really sorry to have done that without telling you first, though. But I just couldn't think of what else to do and I knew that I had limited time. And I just knew that if I did this, then there was a chance that he would send you all the evidence that he needed.
Well, I don't think that you have anything you need to apologize for. I mean, the truth is that I was quite sure that John was cheating on me this whole time.
But I bet you were surprised to get those kinds of texts from John. Texts that were meant for the woman he was cheating on you with. I wish I could have told you all of this faster, before that happened.
Oh, it's true. I was surprised and I just kind of played along with what he was saying. And to be honest, now that I know the full situation, I think that we could have some fun with this.
Wait, really? Just what do you have in mind?
I think that I need a little more time to think about this, but I take it that this means he doesn't realize you know that he's having an affair, right? So if he still hasn't realized that you've switched out the numbers, then I think this means we can get even more evidence of what he's done. I don't know, this is kind of exciting. It's like some kind of spy novel or something.
Well, I guess it kind of is when you put it that way. And I'll be sure to send you the pictures that I took of his messages earlier today, okay?
Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate all your help in this, Fiona.
Hey there, Hanny. I just wanted to let you know that I'm finally getting back from my business trip. But I was thinking about stopping by your place first. I have many gifts that I brought for you while I was away.
Oh, really? You did? Oh, sweetie, that's amazing. I'm so excited.
Well, if you're really that happy, then I'm happy. Maybe I'll even give you all the stuff I got from my wife, too.
Are you sure about that? You really want me to have all of that, too? I just don't want your wife to get mad at you when you come back.
Oh, she won't care one bit if I don't bring her anything. Besides, an old hag like that doesn't deserve to get gifts from me. You know, the whole time that I've been away on my trip, she hasn't messaged me even one time to check up on me. She really is just the worst wife a man could ask for.
Well, don't you think that she might have been just a bit busy, do you? Maybe she didn't have time to message you.
Yeah, no. It is for sure not that. I mean, all that woman does is work and raise a kid. She should have plenty of time to message me too. She's just another mom waiting at home for her husband to come back. So I seriously doubt that she was too busy to send even one message to me. And if she really was that busy with working the kid, then that just goes to show how bad she is at doing those things.
Oh, come on, John. Don't you think you're being just a little unfair? I'm sure your wife works hard.
Oh, Hannah, you really are such a sweetie. Do you know that? I mean, you don't need to say a single thing about my wife, and yet you're trying to stand up for her. I really am lucky to be with an angel like you.
You really think that I'm an angel? Oh, John, you know just what to say. Do you know that?
I just wish that I could have met you before I met Fiona. I still think it's so funny how close your names are. Oh, and by the way, I was wondering if I could spend the night at your place tonight. I have the spare key that you gave me, so I can just head straight there.
Are you really sure about that? I mean, I would think that you should go home to your wife the first night that you're back from your trip, right?
Nah, I'll just lie until it'll get pushed back a day or something like that. Besides, it's not often I get to go to your place. I'll just tell Fiona some silly thing like the plane got delayed and they had to put me up in a hotel for an extra night. Although if I had my way, I would just always be going home to you.
Oh, you really are so sweet. Do you know that? But we're not even married yet.
I know, but one day we will be. And then we can finally have the life that we wanted. And then you and I can finally move in together and have our happily ever after.
You mean that you're really going to do it? You're finally going to divorce her? Oh, I'm sure she'll be shocked by that.
I don't care at all how she feels about it. I am sick and tired of living with that woman when I have you in my life now. I'm going to break up with that old hag, and then you and I are finally going to get married. Maybe I should just text her that I want a divorce right now.
You really think you can pull that kind of crap with me, mister?
Wait, what?
I mean that I am seriously at my breaking point with you. And it's not Hanny, John. It's your wife, Hannah. You've been talking to me this entire time that you thought you were talking to Hannah.
Wait, what? What do you mean? I don't understand. What's going on here? What is this?
Are you really going to make me type out the exact thing that I just told you right now? But anyways, I understand exactly where you're coming from now. We can get a divorce. That's just fine with me. In fact, I already have my half of the paperwork signed. All you have to do is sign your half.
But this doesn't make any sense. How could this be happening? I mean, I thought I was texting Hannah, but I'm actually texting Fiona?
That's right. And for one brief second, I actually thought that you would come up with a nickname for me. But you weren't even creative enough to find a woman with a different name from me.
No, this can't be happening. So then, you're really Fiona? Like, my wife Fiona? This doesn't make any sense at all. I thought I was texting Hannah. It's how she's saved in my contacts. What is going on here? How did all this happen?
Well, I suppose that you just didn't notice. But if you were to open the contact information that you have for Hannah, you'll see that my number is in there instead. And that's why you've been messaging me this whole time. In fact, you've been messaging me instead of Hannah ever since you left for your business trip.
What? You mean that I've been texting you for the past 4 days? This can't be happening. I thought that I was texting Hannah. I was waiting for you to text me.
But I was texting you. And you should really be ashamed of yourself. Do you know that? I mean, to tell this other woman of yours that I never messaged you? To think that you were going to give her all the gifts you had bought me? To complain to her that all I do for you is work and take care of the kids, as if that isn't already a lot? You just really made up a sad little sob story to tell this woman, didn't you?
But that isn't fair. I thought that I was talking to Hannah. You can't use all of this against me.
And just why can't I do that, huh? Anyways, I know that this Hannah you've been talking to is a woman that works at your office, right? Were you really going to try and end our marriage on our 3rd anniversary? I really am let down in you.
I don't get it. I don't get how you found out. I thought that I was doing so well hiding it from you.
But this is good now, don't you think? I mean, now that I know how you feel, we can get divorced just like you wanted. And then you can go and get married to this Hannah girl. Just like that.
Well, I mean, yeah, that is what I'm going to do, but you weren't supposed to find out that I was cheating on you.
You mean that you were just going to leave me for this other woman all of a sudden and expect me not to guess that you were cheating? Or were you just trying to hide it so that you didn't have to pay for a potential lawsuit against you both? And don't forget about the child support, too. I guess I can't actually see why you would want to try and hide all of this from me after all.
Okay, fine. If it's money you want, then I can pay you, okay? I'll pay for the affair, I'll pay child support. I'll pay all of it. Let's just get divorced and be done with this already.
Ha! And just who do you think you are taking that kind of tone with me? You don't get to brush off your affair like it's nothing.
Well, you already know about it, so I don't see what else there is to say about it. If all you're going to do is lecture me, then let's just get this over with. You know, it's exactly because you act this way that I wanted to cheat on you in the first place. You're always trying to embarrass me. I fell out of love with you, and now I love Hannah with all my heart. So let's do this. Let's get divorced so I can finally marry the woman that I want to.
You really are the worst. Do you know that? And just how are you going to tell this to your parents?
What are you talking about? My mom is going to be thrilled when she sees how gorgeous Hannah is. Do you want a divorce? Let's do this. But I would start packing up your bags now.
After that, John came home with a triumphant look on his face, ready to divorce me and leave me far behind. But what he didn't expect was his mother to be waiting at home there to support me. Not only did she lay into John for lying to me and betraying me, she also told me that she had sent the evidence we had of his affair to the office. John was furious as he knew that office romances were against company policy. She also explained all about her role in helping me learn that he had been cheating on me. John was left speechless, and soon he was informed from his boss that he and Hannah were being let go. Though since he had already signed the divorce papers, he not only had to pay for the affair, but child support as well. Meanwhile, I packed up my things and took me and my child to my parents' house for the time being. As I try and get back on my feet and adjust to the single life, I heard that John and Hannah didn't break up, but both had to scramble to find jobs and are currently living in a cramped apartment room. I've heard through the grapevine that the once happy couple can now be heard shouting loudly at each other through the thin walls of their apartment building. But I just tell myself that this is exactly what John wanted, and have decided to move on with my life. I've since found a new job and was able to buy a good house in a nice area near a good school for my son. I think I'll be happy as long as I never have to deal with John ever again.
Hi, Eleanor. I noticed something, but you must receive welfare, right, Eleanor?
Huh? What is this suddenly? I don't receive welfare. I know that there are people who receive welfare because they can't make a living without it, but we don't meet those requirements.
That must mean you're receiving it illegally.
No, it means that there's no need for us to receive welfare. Don't bend my own words, please.
But you're a single mother no matter how you look at it, right, Eleanor? And you're not working no matter how you look at it as well. But you still manage to make a living, which must mean that you're receiving welfare.
I already told you this several times, right? I have a husband and he has a job, so we have no problem supporting ourselves.
But I haven't seen your husband even once in the last 3 months since I moved here.
He's been on a business assignment for a year, and he's going to be returning soon.
There's no use lying like that. I'll find out immediately.
Please don't make me repeat myself. Can you not understand what I'm telling you?
I told you, I understand that you're receiving welfare.
No!
No need to get mad.
If you really have no intention of understanding, then please don't contact me anymore. I'm not going to deal with you any more than I have to as well from now on.
Huh?
I still have household chores to do, so goodbye.
Hi, Eleanor. I just arrived at the station.
Welcome home, Christopher. I can't believe that your one-year assignment is finally over.
Yep, it's finally over. Thanks for taking care of the house while I was gone.
No problem. Oh, you're going to be visiting your parents' house first, right?
Yep. It's on the way to our house, so I can't really just pass it by. and I want to visit my father's grave as well.
By the way, I invited your mother to dinner today.
Oh, is that so?
It's your mother we're talking about, so she's probably going to make you go home quickly to see your wife and children, which is why I invited her to dinner.
I understand. Got it. So, I should bring Mom with me, right?
Yep, thanks.
Hi, Eleanor. Sorry, but could you come pick me up at the north exit of F Station?
What? F Station is the station nearest your office, right? What happened?
Well, you see, ever since I went to work on the day after coming home from my assignment, I've been being followed by a strange woman.
Huh? Seriously?
Well, at first I thought it was just a coincidence or that I might just be imagining things, but at first I just saw her in the station or in the train, but today she was waiting for me in front of my office.
What?
I go to the station nearest our house, the station by bicycle, so I think she doesn't know where we live yet, but I walk from F Station to my office, and I think that's when she must have followed me. I was stalked just back then from the office to F Station. For some reason, I think she was trying to hug me.
Huh?
That's when I panicked and fled into the men's bathroom near the north exit stairs and...
It isn't someone from your company, right?
It probably isn't. Almost all the women who enter our office wear suits or casual office clothes, but this woman wears clothing that's extremely revealing and wears extremely heavy makeup. No woman from our company dresses like that to work. It's probably meant as some sort of fashion. It makes her stand out in a bad way. I think she's probably in her late 30s.
Just listening to your description gives me the shivers.
Looking at her is worse.
Alright, I'll come pick you up. I'll have to give our children to your mother, so it might take a while.
It's alright, I can wait. I'll call Mom about it as well.
Yep, thanks. Wait for me there.
Eleanor, could you come out of your house for a second?
Huh?
I'm waiting at the park near your house.
What is it, Emma? I told you I didn't want to have to deal with you any more than I have to.
Just come out, will you? There's something very important that I want to tell you.
Fine, I'll come and meet you.
Don't run away! I chased you to your house, but you drove away by car.
My cheeks started swelling because you punched me, so my husband is driving me to the clinic.
What? The clinic? Your husband?
Goodbye.
What are you saying? You're a single mother, right? Hi, Eleanor. You should have returned home from the clinic by now, right? Then it's time for you to explain.
That's what I wanted to tell you. Just what do you think you're doing? As soon as you saw me, you punched me in the face. I don't remember doing anything to deserve that.
Stay away from my boyfriend. Get away from him now, you slut!
Your boyfriend? I'm not seeing any men except my husband.
Stop lying. Your life is so full of lies. You lie that you have a husband even though you're a single mother, and you won't admit that you're receiving welfare. Not only that, but now you're trying to steal my boyfriend. What do you mean you're not seeing any men except your husband?
I'm trying to ask you who this boyfriend of yours you're talking about is.
He's my boyfriend.
I'm asking for his name.
His name is Mr. Neal.
What?
It was 1 week ago. He picked up the handkerchief that I dropped on the stairs at the station. The moment he handed me the handkerchief, we fell in love. And in the one until yesterday, the two of us have been meeting on his way to and from work and went on multiple dates in the train. The two of us got to know each other during this time, and I thought that today I would wait in front of his office and spend the night with him at a hotel. I even got all dressed up, but then he became shy and fled, so I chased him to the station. I was waiting for him in front of the men's bathroom when you came in your car and drove him away.
Where did you hear the name Neil?
I followed him home on the day we met, and I read it on the nameplate in front of his house. You see, whenever I try to ask him for his contact information, he gets shy and tries to escape. Without thinking, I parted the crowd and followed him.
Is it the case that the day this man picked up your handkerchief for you, was it last week Monday?
Oh, so he told you about me? If that's the case, then keep your hands off him.
But your boyfriend is my husband.
Huh?
That day when you followed my husband and arrived at a house that wasn't our house, but his mother's house that he just happened to stop by. That's where you saw the name Neil, right? On the nameplate in front of her house? Did you forget that my last name is also Neil?
Huh? But that's just a coincidence.
According to my mother-in-law, who's been living here for a long time, there are only 2 houses with the name Neil written on them around here. Her own house and ours, where me and my husband and our children live.
What? No way! But you're a single mother that receives welfare.
I already told you again and again that none of what you're saying is true. The day you said my husband picked up your handkerchief for you was the day my husband got home from his assignment abroad.
What? It can't be true. He's my boyfriend.
Then can you say his full name?
What?
His last name is Neil. Can you tell me his first name? If you say that he's really your boyfriend, then you must have his contact information, right? It's a day off for my husband today and he's sitting right next to me. Why don't you try contacting him?
What? He's next to you.
Yep. It looks like you didn't notice, but the person who drove me to the hospital after I came home with my cheek swelling was my husband.
What?
That means that he now knows that his wife was punched by the woman who's been stalking him for the past week.
No way!
He says he's not going to forgive you for this.
Why? The passion the 2 of us nurtured for each other this past week.
I have the perfect words for you right now. Do you want to hear them?
What is it?
You're delusional, Emma.
What?
I'm filing a police report.
Huh? Hold on!
Don't bother us ever again. Hey, Christopher. I know you're probably on your lunch break, but I'll give you a brief explanation of the situation.
Oh, what's up?
Emma's husband came to apologize earlier.
What? Her husband?
Just to be safe, I talked to him through the intercom, but we got divorced today. I took custody of the children, and we're going to be moving to where I'm currently based, at a prefecture. Sorry for all the trouble we caused you, he said.
That woman had a husband?
Yep, I was surprised as well. He said he was on assignment abroad until recently, just like you.
Is that so? Does that mean that she didn't believe what you said and called you a single mother who was receiving welfare, even though she was in the exact same situation as you?
According to the other mothers, she would always complain that it's so unfair she's a single mother and yet unemployed. It seems that would help out at a store an acquaintance of hers owned a few times a week.
So she was jealous that she was working and yet you weren't.
It seems so.
She didn't know that you were actually an artist that made $40,000 a year, though.
I know if some of my friends find out, they'll ask me to make things for them at a cheaper price or even for free, so I'll make sure not to tell anyone.
Well, anyways, we're not going to take down the police report, right?
Yep. I don't think she's going to be sent to prison, but luckily we're going to be moving with your mother to your new place of assignment.
Let's prepare so that we can move as soon as possible.
Got it.
Oh, looks like my lunch break is going to be over. See you.
Yep. Take care. A few days later, 2 people who called themselves Emma's grandparents came to apologize. Apparently, Emma's parents had disappeared for some reason, so her grandparents were going to take responsibility for Emma. But I was a bit worried of handing over that monster to this old couple, but it seems that the two have some sort of connection, and they were going to send Emma to some workplace to pay off the loan she had to take to pay off the alimony she had to pay me. At least, that was the plan. It seems that her delusional disorder wasn't just going to go away that easily, and once again, she started stalking a man at her workplace that she took a fancy of. She was fired from work and was once again forced to pay an alimony. Apparently, she went into huge debt after that, and no one's seen her since.